All right, thank you everyone. And next up we have Andrew Crouse with DH Sutherland to go over their innovation spotlight. Andrew, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Carly, and thank you again to the PNDC for all of the efforts that you guys are doing with this community here, supporting the aerospace and defense industries. It's something that's near and dear to my heart, and very, very excited to be here and to be able to present on and have this opportunity. Very quickly, just a brief little bit of information about DH Sutherland. We're a second and third generation woman-owned small business. We specialize in the raw materials and processes for aerospace and defense companies that, as you guys know, manufacture mission critical products. One of the couple of the more recent highlights that we've been recognized with is in 2015, we were recognized a recipient from Austin Family Business Award for Generational Development at Oregon State University. That's one of 3 awards that are given out to family-owned businesses within the entire state. We were able to follow that up in 2016 with the recipient for the Oregon Ethics and Business Award. That's also a statewide award that we were honored to receive. These are some of the more recent highlights dating back to 1973. We were honored by the state of Oregon as the Exporter of the Year. So export as well as aerospace and defense has been something that's really been in the DNA of the company since the very beginning. My grandfather founded the company, and in fact, the picture that you see on the lower left is a picture he took out of his B-29 cockpit flying over Japan during World War II. And coming back from World War II, there was a lot of pilots, not a lot of pilot jobs, and so he had to fall back on something else, which really became what is the start of this company. In the mid-70s, what we did is my grandfather merged that passion for flight and entrepreneurship into becoming the very first company to represent 3M Aerospace on the international side, and we were helping to offset with the Boeing offset program at Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. Fast forward to today, we work very closely with a few select supplier partners on the materials and processes that help out with in aerospace and defense, and these are for both composite as well as the traditional metal bonding, metal cleaning applications as well. We work with 3M Aerospace, Henkel Aerospace. The top right stands for CleanVac, the KOK that's over there, the CleanVac. That is the innovation spotlight that I'll be presenting more information on in just a moment, as well as PPG Aerospace and Toray, which is another recent supplier partner that we've brought on board. We're very excited about. So just a little bit about CleanVac. So CleanVac is a unique machine that is made over in Europe that we are the exclusive supplier partner with for all of the Americas. As everyone knows, and it's been especially highlighted within the last several months of the COVID pandemic, is that people are a business's most important assets. As a business owner, this has been a very trying and challenging times on a number of fronts, but first and foremost for everyone, it's health and safety of our team that's important. Everyone needs to be going home from work in as healthy as they came in. What makes this technology unique to help out with the processing side of things on a manufacturer shop floor is that this one machine has the ability to do 3 different applications: solvent cleaning, sanding and grinding, and then the application of mold release onto a tool surface when making composite parts. The benefits, and again, very much highlighting on the safety component, is due to the patented system that the CleanVac machine employs, it essentially eliminates the VOCs on the shop floor. As everyone knows, working on the shop floor, there's a lot of chemicals that are being used, solvent-based chemicals and mold release agents that have high levels of VOCs. This patented system contains all of that, contains all of those VOCs, helping to ensure that your team is healthy. In addition to that, because it's an automated system, it does enable efficiency over traditional methods, and we'll have some videos to highlight that in just a moment. In addition, and then finally, because also due to the automation, it is able to provide a controlled chemical usage. So there's a controlled amount of chemical that is going to be applied along the substrate surface, which, as we know from user to user, at times can vary with using manual methods. And last, it's a relatively low barrier to entry. It is entirely powered by shop air. So again, the three main items that we wanted to focus on is one of the major benefit we want to focus on is the health and safety. As everyone knows, and as I mentioned on the previous slide, solvent-based chemicals, either for cleaning or for a mold release, contain high levels of VOCs, and those can be harmful for team members. The diagram that we're looking at here is showing a traditional cleaning process versus a cleaning process with the CleanVac machine. As you can see, there is still VOC that is using a traditional cleaning process. There are still VOCs that are out on the shop floor and up to 10 meters away. Contrast that versus the CleanVac system, which is the smaller green radiuses that the concentric circles that you see, is that there's essentially 0 VOCs that are being emitted, even for an operator that is standing right next to the machine. We're looking at 15 to 30 parts per million, which is absolutely unheard of if you're trying to use a traditional cleaning process. So let's look at the three different the three different ways that this machine can be used. So again, we're talking about solvent cleaning. Number one, we're talking about sanding and grinding, number two, and then number three, we're talking about mold release. So the very first item that we're going to talk about here is solvent cleaning. Out on the shop floor, cleaning is something that is absolutely required in order to make sure that parts are coming off either clean because they need to go to the customer, number one, or number two, they needed to be cleaned as a process in order to ensure a good bond or to ensure that there's appropriate paint adhesion. It's non-value added time for labor to be cleaning when they could be doing something that is going to add value to the end product that you're manufacturing. So what we'll do here is we'll show that one person using a CleanVac machine can cover a lot more space a lot more quickly than someone who's doing a traditional solvent cleaning by hand. So you can see the CleanVac system, and in this scenario, which of these two would you like to be? Another example, just a standard cleaning. You can see that the solvent is being dispensed out, agitated by the brush by hand manually, and then when the solvent trigger is not depressed, you can hear the vacuum cleaning up all of that effluent there. It does come with a variety of available different heads. So you can see in this example and the previous one, rotating heads in order to get really heavy soiled surfaces cleaned. The second item that we're going to talk about is sanding and grinding. So sanding and grinding, there's a lot of systems that are out there. I think that within the world of aerospace, there's a lot of different systems. This is just another capability that this system has that helps, again, to ensure that the amount of fluent off of the part that's being sanded stays within a contained system as opposed to going out into the ambient air, into the air around the shop. So this is an example that we're going to show. This is just a traditional sanding of a part that has chrome 6 on it, hexchrome, which is cancer causing. And then we'll follow this up with a short video of the CleanVac system to show the safety components around the system. And again, a very, very big difference in the amount of the sand from the Chrome 6 primer that would be going up in the atmosphere versus a CleanVac system where that is being contained within the machine. Last item is a mold release. So composite manufacturers that have to put a sacrificial mold release on top of a tool surface know that this is a very time-consuming process. So the example on the right-hand side is just showing a time difference. I have been able to use the CleanVac system on a 6x6 flat surface. It takes roughly 90 seconds by hand in order to coat that surface. And with a CleanVac system, it's going to be able to done just a short amount of time quicker. The difference being is that because of the fact when you're applying a mold release to a tool surface by hand, you're going to have to wait, and depending on the product, anywhere from 15 to 45 minutes for that coat to dry before you can go back and reapply a new layer. So as you can see, we're talking about a significant savings in time, which allows more parts to be made. And also, again, because of the automation, you can have a single person as opposed to multiple people using, applying or prepping a tool surface. So you can imagine without a system like this, how difficult it would be and how many people would have to be involved in order to prep a tool surface. And again, we're showing a variety of different attachments that can be applied. Again, this is one machine that can do 3 separate different types of applications. And again, thank you all very much. Greatly appreciate your time. If you are interested in learning more, please feel free to visit our website. And very last but not least, again, thank you to PNDC for the opportunity to be able to prevent this innovation. I hope everyone stays safe, stays healthy, and that we're able to get back to business here in the near future.